Hello everyone, I'm Bill Springer from Delphi Timeline, and welcome to Delphi Timeline Live. Tonight we're going to be reviewing a conversation that the Unsolved had with YouTube commenter at Venue 3, aka DNR, which are their real initials. And if what DNR is claiming is true, and it seems like it could be possible, this is as far as we've ever gotten to what seems like the truth. So we're going to review this here. First off, we're going to take a look here at the Unresolved channel on YouTube. These three videos here in particular, and along with this video here as well, this information is coming from. Alright, so go to October 22nd, or October 2, which was yesterday, Sunday, October 2. The Unresolved reports that a commenter on one of his YouTube videos claims that they were in the 600 block of the Miami County Jail in Peru, Indiana, with Kegan Kline for 60 days. The commenter claims that Kegan Kline admits his father, Tony Klein, used the Anthony Shots account to meet Liberty and Abigail at the Monon High Bridge. The commenter claims that Kegan Kline admitted he was there and helped his father, Tony Klein. The commenter claims that Kegan Kline admitted there may have been a third person there to stage the bodies where they were found. And this is the video that this information comes from. We'll play just a short bit of it. And this is from the Unresolved. I'll go to their channel real quick. Again, go to the Unresolved. Subscribe. To man claims Tony Klein used Anthony Schott's profile to meet Abby Libby at Monon High Bridge.
Everyone, and I have a very short video today. I'm semi-hesitant to post this because as a journalist, one of the things we always try to do is vet information. So I'm going to present this in a very, very specific form. There is an individual who posted on my page 3 hours ago that claims to have been in the 600 block of the Miami County Jail in Peru, Indiana with Kegan Kline, that he was what he calls a corn table hole partner, a game that's kind of like cornhole where you toss the bags in the hole. And this person states that allegedly, again, if this is real, this person claims that Kegan Kline told him while he was in the Miami County Jail that his dad used the Anthony Schott's profile to meet Abby and Libby by the bridge. I'm going to attempt to vet this and verify this.
Now, that was yesterday. Now, we're going to go to today. And after seeing the comment on his one of his videos, the Unsolved reached out to this commenter at Venue 3, and they had a 3-hour-long conversation. And I went and I took all the relevant information from that, and we're going to review that now. So, October 3, today, actually yesterday at this point, Eastern Standard Time, the Unresolved, a YouTube channel run by a man who has a 26-year career as a journalist, had a 3-hour conversation with at Venue 3. At Venue 3 made a comment on one of the Unsolved's videos the day prior, claiming to have been in jail with Kegan Kline. At Venue 3's initials are DNR. Those are his real initials, and his age is in his early 50s. DNR was arrested in 2022 for minor drug possession. DNR claims he made drawings of Kegan and made drawings for Kegan. DNR made a drawing of Kegan's fiancée, Holly. DNR claims Kegan signed the sketches. DNR claims Kegan exchanged the drawings for things. On September 6, 2022, at 2:40 a.m., it is brought to the attention of a sergeant and a deputy that DNR was in possession of Kegan Kline's ID bracelet. DNR reprimanded for having Kegan's ID bracelet. DNR files an appeal on the ground he thought it was a fair exchange for art. DNR's appeal was denied because having someone else's ID bracelet was not allowed. DNR was given 30 days segregation for the ID bracelet incident. So, already here, I'm noticing some sort of, I don't know. DNR is claiming that he is in prison and near Kegan Kline for 60 days. But it says here DNR was given 30 days segregation for the ID bracelet incident. So 30 days minus, or 60 days minus 30 days, that's 30 days with Kegan. If this story is to be believed, just by deduction. So it says 60 days with Kegan. This is minus at least 30 days if he's in there 60 days, as he claims. Okay, so DNR claims Kegan Kline admitted that his father, Tony Klein, and family were friends with Ron Logan. DNR claims Kegan admitted to creating the catfish account to talk to the girls. DNR claims Kegan admitted his father, Tony, would also use the catfish account. DNR claims Tony used the Anthony Schatz profile to talk to Abby and Libby in an adult nature. DNR claims Kegan admitted he and his father drove to the Monon High Bridge. So that's a lot to process right there. So DNR claims Kegan admitted that his father, Tony Klein, and family were friends with Ron Logan. Now, I've heard this about a lot of different people that people have brought up in the past, that people were friends with Ron Logan. And this may be very well true. It's a very large property, and a lot of people may know Ron Logan for various different purposes. He owns a farm. And then we have here DNR claims Kegan admitted to creating the catfish account to talk to the girls. This we kind of already know. DNR claims Kegan admitted his father, Tony, would also use the catfish account. This is kind of already maybe alluded to with the fact that the investigators were alluding to the fact that these catfish accounts were having conversations that seemed to be regarding somebody's father. DNR claims Tony used the Anthony Schatz profile to talk to Abby and Libby in an adult nature. This we already know to be true about the Anthony Schatz account. Already trying to catfish either young girls or talking to other catfish accounts to trade CSAM material. DNR claims Kegan admitted he and his father drove to the Monon High Bridge. Now this is starting to come into where the Murder Sheet podcast source comes in, and I'm wondering if this is all the same source, because some of this information seems very similar. All right, let me see what's going on in the chat here. Irish. Yeah, man. Zen Monkey, how are you? Good to see you. Screen's all purple. Yep, that's how the live stream started. DNR, staying in a motel after being released. No friends or family to stay with. Might not be a good sign. Well, from what I understand, after watching the three-part videos series that the Unsolved released, is this guy is had a rough life with drugs, and maybe he feels like this admission will help set him on the right path. So let's hope that's true. But yes, that is definitely something that needs to be noted. And right now, actually, motels might actually be cheaper than rent in an apartment. So that's why some people might be staying in an apartment, especially right after being released from jail. That might be what they can afford, or that might be like some hotels like also have rooms that serve as like a halfway house purpose. So he could be staying there as part of like an agreement with his a release program or something along those lines. Because I know a lot of hotels and motels, they also allow like halfway house programs to use their facilities. So it could be for any number of reasons. Any number of reasons. All right, let's move on to the next point here. DNR claims Kegan admitted that he and his father Tony went to Delphi to meet Abby and Libby, and this aligns with the whole catfishing thing. Uh, DNR claims Kegan waited in the Jeep while Tony went to meet Abby and Libby. This is starting to line up with the murder sheet theory here, or not murder sheet theory, but murder sheet source. Um, DNR claims Kegan admitted Tony is bridge guy. And for all of those who have been doing side by side, Tony bridge guy, well, if this is all true, if the claims are not just claims but true, Tony is bridge guy, then go ahead and side by side, I guess. DNR claims Kegan admitted Tony walked down the bridge, accosted the girls, harmed them, came back to the vehicle, and asked Kegan for assistance / help before leaving the scene. So this is two people theory. For those of you who have been suspecting multiple people, you have two people at the scene, according to these claims by DNR about what Kegan said in prison. So Tony walked down the bridge, accosted the girls, where? Private drive, somewhere along the creek, harmed them, came back to the vehicle, and asked Kegan for assistance / help. What is this assistance / help? Are they already dead when he's asking for assistance? DNR claims Kegan admitted he helped dump/stage Abby Libby where they were eventually found. So this is, if this is true, this is Kegan admitting to. So he knows about the murder and he's not saying anything. So he's an accessory to murder after the fact. Ninja assassin, ninja warrior assassin. Just another red herring, in my opinion. Yes, this very well could be. This very well could be. This could be just some person who made up a super elaborate story, drew a bunch of pictures, found found arrest records and um, um, violations for prison misconduct or jail misconduct, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's a little bit too elaborate to be this guy be falsifying what he's saying, falsifying who he is, but what Kegan Kline, what he says that Kegan Kline says, that could be all over the place. So everything you're hearing is from just a source from a person who heard a thing about a thing. So yes, take it all with a grain of salt, as they say. So DNR claims Kegan admitted he helped dump stage Abby and Libby where they were eventually found. So this person seems to know a lot. He could have learned all this stuff in jail, but this is a person who knows a lot about the case. Because this is from affidavit, police investigation. This is like kind of recent information. DNR claims Kegan admitted that he didn't have anything to do with the killings of Abby and Libby. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I think that that's full of shit. Kegan has something to do with this, in my opinion. DNR claims Kegan admitted to disposing of whatever needed to be disposed of after leaving the scene of the crime. And this is probably what prompted the Wabash search. A lot of this is lining up with the Murder Sheet podcast sources. DNR claims when it got to the point in the conversation, when it came to the murders, Kegan seemed like he wanted to get things off his chest but would get weird. It was as if he didn't want to say anything about his father. DNR claims Kegan would say, "It's the FBI's job to prove it, not mine." DNR claims Kegan claims the FBI offered him dinner, champagne, in a hotel room where he could take his fiancee, Holly, on a date if he testified against his father. DNR claims that Kegan claims the FBI offered him immunity in exchange for his testimony. Note to myself, typo. DNR claims that Kegan claims that while he was taken into Indiana State Police custody, it was for medical reasons. And that could be true. Who knows? This, like, red herring, this all could be just malarkey. And that could be the one thing out of all of this that's true is it was for medical reasons. I mean, this case, weirder things have happened in this case. DNR claims Kegan has become somewhat of a celebrity, which may be why has been placed into. Oh, all right. This is another typo. DNR claims Kegan has become somewhat of a celebrity, which may be why he has been placed into segregation, as in Kegan Kline has been placed into segregation. DNR claims Klein had been getting his maximum amount of $100 every week in his commissary account. DNR claims that seeing Libby in a soccer jersey reminded him of his time in the educational system. DNR claims he wouldn't feel right if he didn't say anything. DNR claims he is willing to speak to police. So this is, I also have to change this. I have 2 part 3s and a part 2 where there should be a part. Okay, so yeah, I gotta fix all that. But we'll go to the Unresolved channel and we'll play a little bit out of each of these videos. This is exactly why I review before I publish the website. And that's not published yet, so.
It's a pencil drawing, and it's a character basically of Klein saying, "Well, I'm on TV again," because he kind of like a sort of like a jailhouse celebrity before I guess he's separated or segregated from everybody else currently. But he drew this picture for him for Klein, and here's the back of it. As you can see, it is in fact signed by Kegan Kline right there. And actually, that's the back of the picture he drew of his girlfriend. Anyway, you see on there, this is the back of the paper for the picture he drew of Klein's fiance. Her name is Holly, Hollly, and she's supposedly from Fort Wayne, Indiana, according to what this source DNR tells me. And it says a composite sketch depiction of Holly, Kegan Kline's fiance, while at the Miami County Correctional Facility. And this person, DNR, says he doesn't want to be contacted unless it's by me or by law enforcement, and that I can put law enforcement, in touch with him if they so need to speak with him. But here is the front of the drawing, the sketch of Klein's girlfriend that he drew. And the story gets interesting because for his testimony after being asked, video 024 action, September 6, 2022 at approximately 0240 hours. It was brought to my attention that inmate DNR took inmate Kegan Kline's ID bracelet. Inmate DNR was found to be in possession of inmate Kline's ID bracelet. And then there's a disciplinary hearing that ensues after that. And he actually filed an appeal after this grievance, DNR did, because, again, he was exchanging artwork. He didn't think it was a violation of the rules, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the appeal. My grievances for being falsely accused of stealing Kegan Kline's bracelet. Mr. Klein gave me his bracelet for some art and drawings. Anyhow, they go on to also say in this appeal, or he goes on to say in this appeal, that he asks that the sergeants review the cameras on August 24th, 25th, and 26th between 8 and 10 a.m. to prove that he alleges, and I'm just going to read this to you. Here's a text message. This is from DNR, and I'm going to read it pretty much verbatim. It said, and I quote, Kegan told me that he created the catfish profile to talk to the girls, but that his dad often used it as well and he was the one who asked the girls to meet by the bridge. Kegan told me that they went to Delphi to meet the girls, but that Kegan, stayed in the Jeep while his dad went down to meet them. Kegan told me he did not have anything to do with killing the girls, but he helped dump them where they were found. Kegan told me that the feds offered him a dinner, a bottle of champagne, and a hotel room to testify against his father, where he could take his fiancee Holly out on a date. Kegan told me that he would not tell on his dad, that it's, quote, their job to prove it. He also told me the feds offered him immunity in exchange for his testimony after being locked up in the 600 block of the Miami County Jail. He said, and then he goes on to say what he believes. That is, I won't get into all what he believes, but I'm sticking with what inmate DNR said, and alleges that Klein told him. Again, I have forwarded this information with his permission to the Indiana State Police tip line and the Abby and Libby tip line. And again, this individual states that he's willing to talk to investigators, but he wants his privacy respected. Otherwise,
All right. So, as he said, wants his privacy respected. Um, how long that will last, I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to contact him. I'm not going to try to contact him. I'm going to try to figure out what DNR means. If it ever comes to trial, that guy's going to be right there. He's I don't know if he intended on inserting himself into this, but DNR, you are now in this, brother. You just put yourself right in there, and the Unsolved, he's right in there too, for making this discovery. I don't know. You may end up seeing the Unsolved in court at some point. So, yeah, I'm really wondering if this is the same exact source the murder sheet had, and the Unsolved was able to release a whole lot more information than the murder sheet was. But all right, let's go right back over to the Unsolved channel. We're gonna take a look at the Unsolved. All right, this is their homepage. And I believe they said that they are a 26-year journalist. And they weren't expecting this to happen. Well, I mean, who would? But apparently they were just looking through the comments, and then what was the name of this person again? Hold on a second. YouTube commenter. YouTube commenter at Venue 3. He was just going through his comments, and he saw at Venue 3 claim that he was in prison with Kegan Kline. And he reached out, and he had a 3-hour conversation with the guy, and the guy is just like, wow. And then he scrambles to make a 3-part video series. And yeah, and if all or any of this is true, this is just huge revelations in the case. I mean, this is open shut if true, confession. The meat and the fixings Arrest is the meat. Fixings is a confession to avoid a long and painful trial. Real inmate and real connection to Kegan. That's proof. Yup. Whether what Kegan said to said inmate is true, who knows? It could all just be blowing smoke. Kegan Kline is known to be the type of person who lies about everything, even though the people he's lying to know for a fact that the things that he's saying is full of shit. It's like sitting here and saying, like I sit here and say to Susan, "Oh, Susan, my name is Dale Earnhardt," and she knows for truth that I'm not Dale Earnhardt. I'm Bill Springer, and yeah, that's the type of liar he is. He'll just lie. So whether any of that's true or not, I don't know. But there's a lot of facts in this case that that kind of line up with what this DNR is saying. But anybody who studies this case might know these things, might create I mean, this would be a really elaborate hoax. I mean, finding like a real inmate and then like, I don't know. Yeah, it would be way too elaborate. So this person is a real inmate, in my opinion, that was with Kegan Kline at some point, enough to get in trouble stealing Kegan Kline's ID. So check out their videos here. The Unsolved. 1.41k subscribers. Go over here, click this button if you haven't already. Let's try to give them a little bump for the hard work that they put in. Yeah, check out some of the videos. I'll be completely honest with you. I hadn't seen this channel before, but I'm gonna spend some time looking through this channel and seeing what's what. And the link to this channel is in the description of this video. Okay, so I think I'm gonna sign off here, guys. Hope everybody's having a good time, and I hope everybody's safe. So long.